Hello everybody and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I am TheOutbackAl.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm Chibi.
I'm Andy Jitters.
I'm CheerandCosplay.
And I'm Kozi.
And once again on our month, couple weeks, whatever the time period is that we are currently working with for stuff that is about sport and nothing else. This time we did a little bit about volleyball and nothing else with Haikyuu. Wow. Yeah, woo. I don't know woo, but like yeah. Who's seen this before?
Woo! I have.
Yeah.
Your only
I've
contribution
read
gonna be
some of
woo, cause
Woo?
all right, woo. You read some of it?
Yeah, I haven't watched the anime.
I mean, except for these 3 episodes that you definitely watched the thing.
Yeah, but I've read like quite a bit of the manga.
Okie doke. Anyone else have anything?
I mean, this is technically my second time watching it. I watched about 10 episodes of it back in, God, it was like 2014.
15 or 16.
No, 2014, because it was sophomore year of college. And that was first semester. Sophomore year was 2014. And got about 10 episodes in. Wasn't feeling it. Watched 12 episodes this time around, and kind of the same result. To be fair.
Yeah. It'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
I was known for being obsessed with Free, but I think I would rank Haikyuu above Free.
Why is that?
Because I really like 50% off. That's why I like Free, is because of 50% off. 50%
Okay.
off is first, and then Haikyuu, and then Free.
Okie doke. I guess that makes sense.
It did take me like half a season to get used to their jumping animation. Like, I could not take it seriously at first. I'm like, why do they jump like that? It looks so stupid, but then...
They jump like anime protagonists.
They jump like frogs. It's so... They don't... The gravity is not quite
They
right.
jump like frogs. They look like frogs.
Clearly, whenever in real life you see men or women's volleyball, they're clearly jumping wrong.
Because they're not jumping like frogs?
It's real life gravity that's wrong, not the animators.
Yes. If physics could make life more like anime, I think we'd all be a lot happier. So, yeah, I mean, we talked a little, you mentioned the jumping animation. You told me the faces were going to look weird, and you were right.
So I guess for me, and this is like the main thing of why I didn't want to watch it in the first place back when it was like first coming out and like getting really popular, was because, as I described them, they have frog eyes. And it's a very strange thing to see when you're not really used to seeing it in an anime. And the thing is like, I tried the manga a little bit, wanted to see if like, oh, maybe the art style is a little bit different. No, art style is very similar to the anime.
Yes.
Which is good as far as like a book to screen adaptation is. That's very faithful to the source material, so I'll give it that. But it's not very appealing to look at least not for my eyes. So
That's fair. How about that jumping animation, though?
I have no worries about that jumping animation except open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Yeah. I think if you're going to try to hit anything, you should, like, open your eyes when you do. You know what? We learned about that with Kaguya, I thought.
Yes.
You need to have your eyes open if you're going to hit a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chica needs to be their instructor.
Oh,
Chica.
I'd pay money to see that. Yeah. Anyway, overall plot. What happened here? We had a young kid named Hinata.
Good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's another kid named King of the Court.
Yeah.
Good enough.
That's
Did
his
not-
first name.
Did not remember his real name. Doesn't matter. And they're going to be the Happy Sunshine Boy and the Not So Sunshine Dour Rain Cloud Boy
Yes.
for the whole show, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
No.
Makings of a perfect ship.
No.
No?
Oh, actually, I don't know how far the show spans, but like their personalities don't get swapped, but Hinata becomes a very emo little rain cloud.
Well,
for a
I mean,
while.
they've already.
Oh God, he's a Reki, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they've already had 4 seasons plus. I think a movie's on the way. So
I mean, they have like 70 volumes of.
Yeah, no, he really
That's a lot.
does, because the thing is Hinata's not good at volleyball.
No.
But he can jump.
Yeah, that's all he's got going for him.
Maybe you should have played basketball.
But the thing is like, it's not even his instincts that are letting him hit the ball. It's Kageyama's talent to see where Hinata's hand is going to be and to set the ball there.
I mean, that's something.
He basically just pushes it into his hand. It's like, here, slap it.
I feel like there was another character like that. I don't know. Did we watch Kuroko no Basket for Anime Yay or Nay?
No.
We didn't, but that's essentially sort of how Kuroko's like passing thing works as well.
Hmm.
More or less.
Okay. Anyway, those are these two who are in middle school for the first episode. Are in a volleyball match tournament because Hinata finally got people to join his team that no one wanted to join. And then he got to be in a tournament. And they get their asses severely kicked. And, you know, he,
Kageyama owns him.
oh, yeah. Yeah. Big time. But he's also a dick, which is why no one wants to play with him after that. So they both go to the same high school, which is not the best volleyball high school. Obviously, Hinata couldn't have gotten into the best volleyball high school. The reason Kaguya couldn't get into the best volleyball high school is because he's a dick. So, now they're both in, like, the 8th ranked thing. So they gotta get it to number 1, and that's what our whole show's gonna be about. Getting number 1, and whatever other shenanigans. There's nothing else. It's all about volleyball. Don't worry about anything else.
They don't win a lot.
I didn't think that they would. They got a very much like, we can't work together mentality. Which is a problem. Because you got to work for the team.
No, I think that's probably the most unsatisfying thing about the show is like, they just like, they can get really far, but they don't ever like win.
So like Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
At least until he
Except
won a
he
couple
won.
years. Well,
Yeah.
It only took him like 20 some years.
Yeah.
He's a 30-year-old, 10-year-old boy.
Like, they will get like
Just like
all
all
of
of
the
us.
way to the final match and then they'll yank it and it's so unsatisfying. And then they'll show them all crying afterwards. I'm like, I mean, it's realistic,
Yeah.
but also like, that's not what you want to see when you watch a sports
Yeah, don't feel
anime.
good.
No.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with that is like it's less about winning and more about the team and playing with your teammates and like building the bonds between them. And I think that's what a lot of sports anime like want to like make a point of, because I see it in a lot of shows. But it again, yeah, to say your point is also very fair. I would like to see my team win every once
Well,
in a while.
no, so it's not so much I would like to see them win. It's just they will establish them in these tournaments as being like,
A dark horse.
yeah,
The
like,
underdog. The Cinderella
and
story.
They like establish the streak of invincibility.
Yeah.
And then even in the final game, they'll be like, oh my god, there's no way they'll lose. And then they'll be like, haha. I'm like, I have no
Well,
problem
they
with
found
them.
a way.
I have no problem with them losing. In fact, I like it in a sports anime when they show teams losing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just not when they've established them as being like this, woo, what a twist. No one could stop them.
It's like if you do it once or twice, that's fair. But if you do it every single time, it gets predictable and
Yeah.
kinda-
Mm.
Listen,
That's fair.
my football team is the Vikings, so this is kind of what I'm used to.
Oh, so
Never
this is right up
seeing a
your
win.
alley. Yeah. Well, I think probably the whole concept of the show is that volleyball was the friends we made along the way.
And absolutely nothing else.
Absolutely nothing else. Well, actually, not even that. Just volleyball is volleyball. Not even friendship. There's nothing else. Characters? We talked about Hinata and
Kageyama.
Kageyama
Yeah.
a little bit, and they're your respective, what do we call them, a protagonist, and I think the other term is a lancer, who's like a foil.
Yeah.
No, they're deuteragonists.
Yeah, they're
Deuteragonists? Okay.
Deuteragonists.
Yeah. Where I suppose Kageyama could also be considered a bit of a lancer though. Because he does fill that archetype.
At least when we look at Hinata as the main protagonist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
will say, like, the first couple seasons of which is probably just 1 and 2. Like, it does focus pretty heavily on Hinata, but then it alternates between Hinata and Kageyama. And then they also do a lot to characterize the other people on their team.
Oh, that's good.
And they go even further and they characterize the other teams.
Yeah.
Like, we spend a lot of time with other teams as well.
Yeah. Trying to get attached to the other teams, too.
I'm glad that they do more characterization for the rest of the team, because honestly, the rest of the team's way more interesting than the two of them to me.
Yeah.
And more specifically, Takayama? Tanaka. Damn, Tanaka. That's my favorite character out the gate.
Tanaka's great.
You
didn't even meet my favorite character.
Who's your favorite?
It's Nishinoya. He's their
Libero.
Yeah.
The bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's Tanaka's best friend.
You know what? Anything to do with Tanaka, I guarantee you he's going to have the best of friends.
Oh, yeah, he's
They're
amazing.
Like best bros. And he quits the team for a dude. It's great.
Wait, like...
He's a tiny little
For a
twink.
He's a
who's
tiny, angry little twink.
Yeah.
So there's an angry little twink and the funny guy are best friends.
Yes.
And then, like, there's this huge, like, volleyball Jesus sweetheart of a man. He quit the team, and Nishinoya's like, oh, if you're not here, then I'm not here.
Okay.
He wasn't just quitting the team. He, like, went on a fucking rampage and got himself suspended.
Yes, that's why you haven't met him yet, because he's suspended.
He sounds fun. Anyway, I think I don't know what the sub would have been like. I watched the dub. They did a good job with this.
You know what? I don't like their voice choices, but if I don't look at this as like a dubbing and more as like
And a bridge.
yeah, like how Ghost Stories was, like it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's kind of, it felt like what they were going for, or at the very least, they were going with somewhat realistic dialogue. Because I went to high school with people like this.
No, they westernized it, which is what they do.
Yeah.
They definitely got some good localizers for the show.
I mean, I don't have anything off the top of my head, since I probably like the better lines are going to be later. But
hey, what's your favorite line from Tanaka about Kyoko?
I was the one saying
hot when she's ignoring me.
Yes.
Ah! You look so radiant today. Nothing. Oh, she's so pretty when she ignores me. He's the best. Delusional, but he's the best.
Yes.
So far. Maybe Angry Little Man is funnier. I don't know.
I don't think funny.
No, Tanaka definitely takes it, and when they're together, it's just chef's kiss.
They got like an Abbott and Costello routine going or something.
They really do.
The only other guy that I'd probably like bring up is probably the captain.
Daichi!
Daichi.
Yeah. He is apparently very intimidating, I guess.
I like him.
He's a dad.
He kind of reminds me a bit of Yamato from Naruto, whenever he would like give Naruto like the dead man stare a little bit.
Not really, no.
Come on, he's got that like, I'm gonna like look at you very wide-eyed and scare
I think they're playing it up the first couple episodes, but he's really not.
I get that, but he's giving me that vibe, and I kind of like that vibe.
He's lame dad jokes.
Yeah.
I like that too.
He sucks in sandals.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic, wonderful. You know what? I'm just gonna say now. I'm probably gonna watch more of this. If this can, at least the dub. If this continues this way, it's a yay for me, and I think I'm gonna probably watch more
seasons. And they announced a 2-part film series to wrap up the series.
Oh, that's interesting. So
2
now's the
films
time
to
to get
wrap
into
the
it, I guess.
series, Yeah.
You can't talk about dad and not mention mom.
Who mom?
Suga.
Suga?
Mom.
His voice in the dub is just, it's bad. It's so bad. But
He's the one with the gray hair.
Oh, I didn't really register him that much.
he
Yeah,
sounds like a
something
total
more later.
douche bro.
Well, I mean,
But, like, he's mommy.
okay. So we've met mommy, daddy, weird uncle, and 2 new people who I just don't give a shit about because they're there for 10 seconds. The mean cousins. Okay.
That is definitely them.
Yeah. But Hinata still got them hops, so he can get over them. Probably.
You want to know what's really sad?
Hmm.
Is there are a bunch of second years on the team, and they're all going to get pushed out of their starting positions for all the first years, and half of the first years aren't even that great.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh well, them's the pits. So, what else to say about this?
Really good OP and ED.
Oh my god, the music is amazing.
Yeah, no, like when they're doing like their warm up practices, I'm like, oh, I love the score.
I'm gonna
So good.
I'm gonna say this. I look forward to that, but at the same time, I've watched at least a good amount, like of the first season of that of Kuroko no Basket. Do they ever get to utilize their opening as well as that show does?
No.
I don't think anyone else can.
They make like original music for like every scene.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, I don't mean to like go off for Kuroko, but like I don't think I've ever seen a show utilize its opening in their show
Oh yeah.
better. And they do it a lot too,
Oh,
and
no,
it doesn't get old.
Definitely do, and like they do it with a couple of their OPs actually.
I've-
Like they'll change up like the lineup for the shots that they use.
You know, I like Fly High. It's iconic, but if I had to listen to it more than once at the beginning of every episode, I would probably stab something.
That's the Haikyuu one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Honestly,
That's
I
fair.
kind of like the ED a lot more because it's just like
It's too country for me.
it's honestly it's kind of like as we see with Hinata at the ending, it's running music.
It is running music. And he is a hick, but
Is he a hick?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a country school.
He lives like on the other side of the mountain from the school. He
Hmm.
has to like bike in every morning.
Well, hey, he gets in his cardio.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how he's so fast and has such athleticism. He's like
yeah.
he's like cycling guy. He was put in the most adverse circumstance to try to do something to the point where he became amazing at it, and now he's suddenly
lives
good.
in like
Literally.
a little country village in the mountains, and to do anything, he has to cycle out of it.
He's mountain strong.
I think he switches to running for like stamina and endurance eventually, but like, yeah, no, it's definitely where like a big part of like his ability comes from.
Every morning I run around the mountain. Every evening I run around the mountain. You think you could outrun me? I run the mountain.
It'll be
He's a
fun.
crazy man.
in addition to the opening and ending, I also really like the commercial break interludes where
Yeah.
they're like practicing spiking. They're so cute.
I suck. I don't suck. I like the last one with because Tanaka was a little more there in the episode, because I think it's him and Hinata, and they're like trying to hit a water bottle. They missed the first time, and then they hit the second one, and Tanaka just takes his shirt off.
Yes.
Can we talk about the best moment in like the first couple of episodes?
I think for me, that would have been where they were walking to the gym, and Tanaka was like, "We gotta show them who's boss." He's like, "Hey, stop picking fights. Make me." Yeah, nothing. That's what I thought.
No, it's the toupee.
Oh, the toupee is
I love the
fantastic.
toupee.
The principal swore them to secrecy instead of writing them up for smacking him in the face.
Well, it's like, if you write them up, then you have to be like, okay, what happened? And then the boys have to tell their side of the story. And then it's like, oh, his toupee fell off. Oh, they got shit on him now.
It's like reverse blackmail.
A little bit.
Preventing black. Is there a word for that? Preemptively
You know
cock-blocking
what?
blackmail.
Suga is definitely the one who arranged that. He's a very protective mother.
I'm sure. It happens again, right? Like, that has to keep happening every now and then. For the amount of times-
Not the vice principal. Like, it's not the toupee joke all the
Okay.
time, but so many people get smacked in the face.
I'm just thinking, because, like, that Hinata guy, I'm sure he gets better. But...
So Hinata can't like serve, so every time he goes up to serve, everyone in front of him covers their head
oh,
because
jeez.
he will fucking pile drive the ball into them.
Yeah.
So he's, like, only good at, like, one thing.
He's only good at jumping and being
Okay.
fast.
Again, this is reminding me of Kuroko. I can't play basketball, but I can pass like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
And like that's why he gets really emo, because he eventually realizes like, oh my god, I can't play volleyball. I'm not good at it. And he has to go off on a whole journey.
I I don't know, man. Like, I think you just got to accept your limitations sometimes and accept your skill set. Like, I think Bruce Lee said something along the lines of, I don't fear the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but I fear the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. And he's that 10,000 times for one kick. I'd be afraid of a spike from him or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That will kill a man.
Yeah.
Put it like right through an eyeball.
Take out an eye socket, have to get surgery done.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Does that
out.
happen?
I mean, you can rupture your eye socket.
Oh, I meant in the show.
You know, they like break legs though.
Damn. He spiked someone's leg off?
No, he spikes it and a guy dives to try and save it and throws himself into a bench. Ow.
There's a lot of that going around, too. He threw himself through a barrier at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like, they really portray how unhealthily obsessed these boys are with the sport.
Damn.
To where they're like physically destroying themselves and mentally.
I mean, I guess it's also a more realistic way to look at it. Like, with people who are just so intense with it that their bodily injury is like an afterthought to them until it happens.
Yeah. The whole reason Hinata started playing volleyball, the Black Crow dude,
The little giant.
the little giant,
Good movie.
you know, it takes forever to meet him in the series, and they're like really mysterious about who he is. But when you finally meet him, you find out he quit volleyball and he hates it now because of what a toll it took on him to do what he did.
I feel like you always have that. You meet, like, your hero later on, and it's just like...
I don't think
Yeah.
it was a disappointing meeting. Like, it was disappointing for Hinata. But, like,
Hmm.
he was really like, the way you're obsessed with it right now, and how you're pushing yourself, like, that's not good for you.
That is a good thing to have, you know, a little dose of reality with stuff. So, any other thoughts about the show?
No.
No?
That's it.
Everybody good? Where are we? I said I was a yay. How about everybody else?
You can still be a nay.
I mean, I'm not a nay. I'm more of a meh. Because I'm like, it's not a bad show by any means. It's just the fact that it's just not for me, not something that catches my interest. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a light yay. Excuse me, light yay.
I'm a hard yay,
Hard
but
yay?
I also have not watched the last season or two.
You can catch up.
I'm a yay. I have not actually watched most of the seasons, but I've read the entire manga, so.
I give it a yay too. I'll definitely keep watching and reading it.
Yeah. Well, that's it for that. So volleyball, just volleyball, not about anything else, just volleyball. What do we have? It's our last week is next week for just the sport, nothing else. And, you know, yet the Olympics are not coming up in any capacity, I don't think. Are they? Was it summer this year? So it would have passed. Or is it winter this year?
No, the Winter Olympics was 2020. Well, it was supposed to be. No, you're right. It was this year. Holy shit.
Okay. So, you know, anyway, ice skating. Long way for a short drink. Next week we're doing Yuri on Ice, which is definitely just about skating. Nothing else. Absolutely
Yuri on
nothing.
Ice does have a movie coming out soon.
Oh, that's
They've
cool.
been saying that for like 5 years.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
No,
coming
they've
out.
actually dropped some trailers.
Oh, damn.
But there's still no release date.
Was it a trailer or was it one of those like coming soon and they'd have like a voice and then like
It was
coming
like a
soon?
trailer, but I thought it was like last year or something.
Did we see
No,
any
they
actual
had-
animation?
They had a reason, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's
It's
something.
about. We'll get there next week. Yeah.
We'll get there next week. So come join us next week because we'll also probably discuss like future plans for the rest of things. And yeah, skating and nothing else. Yuri on Ice. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!